someday you might see it. Yeah, never say die. Got to go.
Aw, yeah, everybody, it's time to talk about everybody's second favorite dual spirit, the Kaibaman. Kaibaman is a character that showed up in Season 1 of GX to teach Jaden that losing isn't a big deal, because he kicked Jaden's ass. He didn't kick his ass, but he beat him. I'm not even joking, this is one of the characters that beat Jaden Yuki in a duel in the first season of the show. And honestly, I can see why. His deck has some pretty good stuff behind it. It's a freaking Kaiba deck with some new cards mixed in. Not new to you guys, but new to back in the day. With the triple Blue Eyes, they got the Blue Eyes Ultimate. They got Manju of the 10,000 Hands. They got Paladin of White Dragon. This is what makes this deck so good, is this Paladin of White Dragon card. And they have some other good cards like Ring of Destruction and Call of the Haunted. So let's get to going. Oh, of course they have Kaibaman as well. Let's go ahead and talk about the Kaibaman deck. So, Kaibaman, when it comes to your attack stat, you got the triple Blue Eyes. That blows up your attack stat super easily. You got Sword Stalker. It doesn't help, but it doesn't hurt too much. You got Different Dimension Dragon, a 1200 attack point tribute monster. That hurts. You got Kaiser Seahorse, does not hurt at all. That's actually a solid monster. You got Manju, does not help. Lord of D, does not help. Kaibaman, hurts your attack stat horribly. And then you got Paladin of White Dragon, a not too hard to summon monster in this deck, and a 1900 4-star is pretty freaking solid. So overall, pretty damn good. When it comes to Kaiba's attack stat, normally it would be pretty low due to Different Dimension and Kaibaman, but because he runs a triple Blue Eyes, this actually blows up the attack stat by a lot. Because he's got triple beater monster Kaiser Seahorse, this helps the attack stat quite a lot. In fact, it helps it so much that it escapes being a low attacking deck and gives it a 5-bar in attack. Now, they also have a Blue Eyes Ultimate, but goddamn is this monster hard to summon. I have never summoned it in any of the test duels, even though I've tried. So, overall, this deck is 5 bars in attack. It's definitely above the average. Despite having so many monsters below the average, even this one especially tearing it down, does not matter. Blue Eyes just blows it back up. It's so freaking good. And in this deck, Blue Eyes is incredibly easy to summon. So getting yourself a 3000 beater is not a problem. Now let's go ahead and talk about the defense stack. Blue Eyes, 2500. Amazing. Sword Stalker for a 1 tribute, not so good. Different Dimension Dragon for a 1 tribute, not so good. Kaiser Seahorse, 1650. That's great. That's really good. Manju, not so good. Lord of D, not so good. Kaibaman, not so good. Paladin White Dragon, not so good. I'm afraid that this deck does fall apart when it comes to the defense stat. In fact, it's falling apart enough where I'm going to have to go below average in defense and give them a 3 bars. Kaibaman does have 3 bars when it comes to defense stats, so that's kind of sad, but it's okay. There's so much support for summoning Blue Eyes in this deck that you won't really have to worry about it. You're going to get a Blue Eyes White Dragon out on the field. Now, we get to talk about the speed stat of Kaibaman. So, speed cards. Kaiser Seahorse can count as 2 tributes. I'm going to give that not a point in speed, but a little bit of speed. Manju, speed. You get to search for any card you want if it's a ritual or a ritual spell. So, because it gives you 2 different options, that's going to give you bonus speed. This is a speed card. Lord of D. Normally it would not count, but because the flute is here, I'm not going to count this as speed, but I'm going to count the flute as speed. Kaibaman, all of these count as speed. All of these can be used as a special summon for a Blue Eyes, so that's all speed stuff. Paladin, all of these count as a special summon for a Blue Eyes. All of Kaibaman and Paladins count as special summon for Blue Eyes. All of those count as speed. Cost down, makes it easier to summon a monster, counts as speed. Graceful Charity, counts as speed. Fusion, counts as speed. Silent Doom, hell yeah, counts as speed. It's a special summon from the graveyard. Even if you can't attack with the monster you special summon, you can bring back a Sword Stalker, you can bring back a Blue Eyes, have it wall for you, it would be very nice. Flute of Summoning Dragon, this counts as speed, there you go. The Ritual monsters count as speed, this counts as speed, that's a special summon. Call the Haunted, that counts as speed, this is a fast deck. This is a very fast deck. In fact, it's so fast, it's one of the easiest decks for summoning Blue Eyes White Dragon. All of the speed in this deck is to get Blue Eyes White Dragon, or some help out with Sword Stalker and stuff, or Paladin the White Dragon onto the field. Overall, this is an extremely fast deck. It has Fusion, has Ritual, it has Kaibaman, which just does the special summon, it has the Flute card, it has options. So, overall, this deck is going to receive a 6 bar in speed. I almost gave it a 7. I turned my back on it because it's all about Blue Eyes. So, since it's almost all about Blue Eyes, I'm just going to say it, 6 bar in speed. Fuck it, 7. I'm joking. It's going to be 7. I made you think. All right, 7 bars in speed for Kaibaman. I probably am going to put 6 bars because I'm not going to hear myself say 7, but I'm going to say 7 bars in speed for Kaibaman. Yep, you heard me, everybody. And now we get to move on to the skill stats. So, looking at skill, let's find out. No. Stall card cannot be destroyed by spell and trap card effects. This card cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster with 1900 or less attack. This is a stall card. This counts. No. Actually, yes. Ring of Destruction is one of the best cards you're going to find when it comes to the skill stat because it's such a heavy burn. So, you have one kind of stallish card and you have one burn card that's really solid. I'm going to give you a 2 in skill stats, sir. I'm sorry. I apologize, but you're only going to get a 2 in skill. Kaibaman is not here to be skilled. He's here to summon Blue Eyes, okay? That takes no brain. It's not hard to summon a Blue Eyes, especially nowadays. So, Blue Eyes White Dragon is his plan. Skill stat is not for winning the duel, but it might do a little bit of damage or a little bit of stall. So, it might play the smallest of roles in the duel. But now we need to get into the brick stat, which Blue Eyes is by themselves, if you had to tribute, would be bricky. Sword Stalker, kind of. Different Dimension Dragon, kind of. Not bricky. Ritual monsters technically do count as bricky. Ritual spells do count as bricky. Burst Stream of Destruction requires a Blue Eyes. It might be bricky. Cast Down, not really bricky in this deck. Silent Doom, there's only 5 normal monsters, can be bricky. Fluted Summoning Dragon can be bricky. Overall, this deck actually is brickable. I've actually bricked using this deck before. I'm going to have to say it. I'm going to give him a 4 when it comes to the brick stat. This deck can definitely brick. I've gotten very messed up by having ritual monsters with like Blue Eyes in my hand and Sword Stalker and Silent Doom with nothing in the grave. And it's happened sometimes, okay, guys? There's sometimes I can't stop it from happening. So overall, this deck is brickable. It's not the worst at bricking, but it is brickable. It hits really hard. It's super easy to get a Blue Eyes out. And that's about it. It's fast and it hits hard. It's not very tanky. And it's not skilled at all, really. But it's fast and it hits hard. So that's the Kaibaman deck. It's not a complicated deck. All you do is summon Blue Eyes. And Blue Eyes beats almost everybody in this tournament. I'm not even joking. That Blue Eyes White Dragon, once you get one of them on the field, you almost always win the duel. In fact, I won quite a few test duels because of it. A couple of other test duels I lost due to breaking or not getting Blue Eyes out, and then it got destroyed sometimes if I did get it out. But overall, I won way more duels than I lost. In my opinion, this deck is one of the decks that could win the tournament. In fact, not only is it a deck that I think can just win the tournament, I think it's actually a good contender for winning the tournament. The Kaibaman deck from Season 1 of Yu-Gi-Oh! GX is solid enough to receive a 3.5 star potential from me. That's how much faith I'm putting into the Blue Eyes. When you summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon, in this day and age, in this old school of a game, it's that consistent. Just a straight up 3,000 vanilla beater will win you the tournament. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I hope you guys are going to have fun with the Kaibaman deck. I know I have. The test duels for this deck, amazing. I had so much fun with them. And honestly, having the 3,000 beater monster being this easy to summon, oh my god, it's just so brutal to watch all the other GX decks fall apart, especially some of the ones you haven't seen yet. But that is going to be it. The tournament contender Kaibaman with his 3.5 star potential deck is over. Bye-bye, everybody.